Hey there, thank you for clicking on this video. Today's going to be a bit more of a discussion, and anyone that clicks on this video, whoever's listening to my dumb voice right now, let me know in the comments once you've watched the video some of your thoughts, because today I'm going to be looking at Mortal Kombat 1 and I'm going to be trying to think of some ideas as to how they can actually make the game better. I know a lot of people do like MK1, which is fair, it's a great game overall, but there's a lot that's missing, and a lot of people think it's a downgrade from MK11, which I actually made a video comparing the two in my last video. So if you're a big Mortal Kombat fan, consider subscribing and checking out that video. It would help me out a ton. Now, as I said, MK1 has a lot of hate. There's also a lot of people that really enjoy the game, and I'm somewhere in between. I think this game has the potential to be the best Mortal Kombat game yet, but there's a few things holding it back. So the first thing I actually want to discuss is something they've sort of laid back on in recent months, but it's still a big issue, and that is the skins, or more, I guess what I'm talking about more so is how much skins cost. So skins, and even fatalities at some point, costed around, what, $10, I think? Obviously that depends on like where you're from and stuff, but that's crazy, right? They cost 500 dragon crystals, which sounds like a lot, and it might be, considering you unlock like 100 when you get your character in mastery to level 20 and 31, I believe. You're not really getting that much considering it takes a really long time to level up. So the first idea that I have that I think they should implement is to do with the skins, and I think that they should either make them cheaper, this goes for anything that pops up in the shop, or they should make dragon crystals easier to obtain. So I know this isn't really like a feature, but I think it's something that they definitely need to add. What I would imagine this would look like is, for me, I feel like there's very little reward for leveling up your overall level. You don't really get anything just for your profile. I think it'd be cool if they implemented this sort of system where every maybe 10-ish levels, you would be rewarded with probably 250 dragon crystals. Now, I know this doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind, when this game rewards you these, it only usually gives you 100, which sucks because on average, most skins are 500, some things are like 1,000 even. With the amount that you get, it will take you a week, maybe even longer, to be able to save up if you're starting from zero. So I think implementing dragon crystals more into the game as rewards, if you do it more often, maybe just give players like 50. But that's the first change I'd love to see them implement. Make dragon crystals easier to obtain so players can actually buy things that they want instead of missing out. So the next change I'm going to talk about, I know they probably will never do, but it's something that they really should, in my opinion, because it was in MK11, is they should add at least one more slot for customization per character. So this one, I know, very unlikely, but with a lot of characters, I'm going to use Katana as an example here, they have multiple things that you'd think you could change. You could change her fan, but it annoys me that you can't change her mask because it's just stuck as this very default looking mask, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I think it'd be cool if you could change multiple things like character masks and maybe character weapons, like a headband, or, you know, for Kenshi, he's blindfold, like literally anything. Like, I think it would be cool if you could change that, but you're stuck to one thing, which is obviously a downgrade from MK11. This next one's something I haven't seen anyone talk about, so I think I might be the only one that wants this, but I would personally love for them to add in an extension to the level up system. What I mean by that is, this doesn't have to be like right now. Obviously, these are all changes that will probably never happen, but I would love for them to add on and maybe have the max character level be 50, and for cameos make it like 25. I think it would be really cool, and you add in new rewards like new skins and, you know, borders and icons and stuff in that as well, and like add in new brutalities, just so you have a reason to keep playing the characters, because Chaos Reigns comes out in a few months, and a lot of you that are watching this, if you have the game and you play it a lot, you've probably already leveled up your character fully, or at least are on the way to doing that, will have it done before Chaos Reigns is out. So adding in more to do per character, I think, is a good addition, right? You need more to do, and that's very not intentionally leading into my next point of the video. MK1 really needs to add some more modes. As someone who doesn't play online at all unless it's with my friends, and only one of my friends even has the game, so I'm literally never online. I'm online 5% of the time I'm playing the game. I'm someone that needs offline modes for me to keep playing, and MK1 really doesn't have anything. It has the story, which obviously I'm not going to be playing through that every day, and the towers and invasions. And invasions, if you really want to, you can finish that pretty quickly, even though the mode isn't that great. And towers, which are just, fighting. It's just normal fights. And then what do you have? The local fights, and it's not a mode, but, customizing your characters, which takes 2 minutes. There's nothing to do in this game if you're someone that doesn't like playing online, which to me is why I think they should add in some more modes. So I know they're not going to add in the crypt because they have invasions, but it'd be cool if they added in some modes like test your luck, test your strike, test your might, test your sight, these sort of modes. I know that test your might is already in the game, but I mean have it as a separate mode, not just locked to invasions and story mode. I think it would be very cool to just see these as separate modes that people can do against a bot or against their friend. People have also been suggesting that they want a 1v1 mode because there isn't really a true 1v1 option in the game. So getting rid of cameos and just having you and a friend, or you against a bot, whatever, fight against each other is something pretty simple, but I know a lot of people really want that. Tag team, of course, is another one that I think they should add. Remove cameos from that and just be able to play with your friend or with a bot, or even control both the characters and do tag team. I think it'd be a cool addition as well to add that online. I think that'd be difficult to implement, but it'd be really cool, I feel. I know a lot of people have said that in the files or something, a cameo only mode was found, which I have no idea how that would work, but I'll take any new mode that we can get. And one that I think would be cool, and this is sort of an idea I had, I would love to see not a conquest mode, but a mode where it's almost like an open world that we can explore. Now, I know, yes, that is basically invasions, but they should either add in a whole new mode. Again, I know they're not going to do this, but they should add in a whole new mode, kind of like a conquest mode, where we're just learning new characters, finding secrets about the world, that type of thing. Or they should add that into invasions. And that's sort of my next point. They need to revamp invasions. Invasions, as of now, kind of sucks. I'm not one to completely hate on it, but it definitely needs some improvements. I feel like adding in a new element to it, like I said, some type of conquest style, where we can play as whatever character we want, but instead of a top-down view, we have an option to go into a sort of more third-person view, and we can walk around, still open chests, but we don't have to just fight. We can just explore all these different locations. And yeah, I don't really have too much more to add to invasions. I just think they have to add a little bit more variety to it. Don't make it all about fights. I know it's sort of dumb because, it's Mortal Kombat, it's a fighting game, but I don't think the whole game has to be about fighting. Obviously, test your might, you're not fighting in that. Overall, this game shows a lot of promise, but I feel like the biggest hope I have for this game is after Chaos Reigns, instead of giving us new characters, I would prefer for them to do a big update where, again, instead of adding in 6, 4, whatever new characters, they just improve on the game. Give us the ability to level up our characters more, add in more gear, more skins, add in more game modes. That's the biggest issue with the game. Balance changes, stuff like that. Just, update the game, make it look nicer. I think the game already looks pretty good, but add in more things to just make it a more appealing game. Of course, add to invasions. That's really the biggest issue with this game. Once they add in more to do, I feel like most of the issues with this game are solved, even if they don't do some of the more obscure ideas I had in this video. But let me know in the comments, where do you think MK1 should go from here? Do you think there's enough to do in the game already, or do you think they need to add in more additions to make it a bit more of an interesting game? Again, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed. This video is more so just about a discussion. So literally any one of you that are watching this video right now, let me know in the comments what you think they need to add into the game, because I know no one from NRS is going to see this video, but if anyone, watches this, which I really appreciate you sticking around this long, just let me know in the comments. Hopefully we can make some type of a change. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day.